Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about all of the skincare products that I have been trying out over the past couple of months. So included in this will be a couple of brand reviews where I talk about a number of products from particular brands. In addition, for products that I have either finished up or given up on, I'll be mentioning those. And I have about 98 products to discuss, so some of this will be speed review style. So thank you very much for joining me. Now, first, a little bit of information about me. I'm 58 years old and I have dry and sensitive skin. I've never had any kind of cosmetic procedures done like injections or surgery, and I don't intend to ever do that kind of thing. In addition, my skin is very sensitive, and so I have not been using any products with retinols in them. So my goal with skincare is to do things that will be helpful to my dry skin and also to address signs of aging, including wrinkling. So what I do for products that don't work out for me is that I have a friend named Ellen who I have known since high school, and she has also very sensitive skin that's a little bit different than mine. Her skin is not quite as dry. She has more pore issues. And so if both of us have problems with it, then I tend to feel pretty confident that this is a product that many people with sensitive skin might do well to avoid. So the first brand that I thought that I would talk about is one that's called Pure Culture. And this is a new enterprise by Victor Casale, who started MAC Cosmetics as their original formulator and also currently runs Mob Beauty and is the main formulator for that. So Pure Culture is his skincare company. He runs that with a woman named Joy Chen. And the idea with this company is that most people have no idea what kind of skin they have, even if they think that they have dry skin or whatever, and that if you can give people skincare that's specifically targeted towards their kind of skin, then they will have more success with it and end up buying fewer products that end up not working out for them. So this is the way that Pure Culture works. Pure Culture sells these test kits that you can go to either CVS or Target or JCPenney, or that you can order off of the Pure Culture website. And so far the testing that's done is that you are testing both for the oiliness of your skin and also for the pH of your skin. So it's just an at-home test, and they give you a little test strip that looks like this, which you press on your forehead, and then you have another one that you press on your cheek, and this one gives you a sense of how oily your skin is. And then there's another test strip that is a pH test strip, so you put this in some kind of a liquid and then you press it on your cheek, and it gives you an idea of how high your pH is. And if your pH is elevated, I think 6 is supposed to be like a normal level. If your skin is pH is elevated above that, then that means that your skin is probably having issues, particularly with the microbiome and with the skin barrier, and so therefore that your skin can use some specific help. So then after you do that test, then you go on to the Pure Culture website and you fill out some information about your own subjective experiences with your skin, and you give them those results. And then they prepare a group of products that are targeted specifically for you. So in my case, I ordered 3 products from them, and they sent me this cleanser, and they sent a moisturizer, and then they sent a serum, and then they suggested that I purchase this other serum, so I went ahead and ordered that. So I have just been experimenting with these products for a little while, and so far my skin at least has not been irritated by them. I don't know, it's only been a few days really that I've been playing with these, but I don't think that it's irritated my skin at all, so that's an accomplishment, particularly for skincare that is in this price range. So I was a little bit surprised when I heard about this company that they were selling through these sort of more mass market retailers rather than through somewhere that was more upscale like Rhode Credo or Sephora, but I think that the issue here is that they are creating a model where eventually the consumers, if they have a success with the product, are going to be bypassing the retailers entirely, so that rather than going to Sephora and buying skincare, you would be ordering directly from Pure Culture. So probably those retailers, at least according to what Victor Caselli said in an interview, I'm not sure those retailers are really trying to get people to stop buying stuff from them. So that is why I think that Pure Culture decided to do something that was a lower priced, but that would be able to get some retail buy-in for it. Now, the other thing that Victor Caselli said in that interview was that one good thing about doing this customized skincare is that it allows them to just use the expensive active ingredients that are particularly appropriate for people's skin. And that generally what happens is that if a company is creating a product that's supposed to be targeting a wide group of people, then they feel obliged to sort of throw in everything but the kitchen sink so that everybody can be helped. But that if you're working on a more targeted audience, then you may be able to be more selective and just use the ingredients that are actually going to be helpful, and that can keep the costs down. In addition, it seems like selling direct to the consumer and not creating a lot of product in advance can help the company to not have to use as many preservatives in the product, and so therefore that can increase the likelihood that they can sell products that are a little bit less expensive because there's not as much waste, and that can be on the cleaner side and are not going to be as irritating. One thing that I do like about Pure Culture is they specifically made their products so that you could use them without dipping your fingers into any jars, and I think that that's a good idea in terms of keeping the products sanitary and making them last longer. So I think this is a very interesting model. I don't know if it's going to be successful, but in general, I am such a big fan of Victor Caselli in general that I think that he's really a thought leader across the board, and so I would kind of like to see this company go somewhere. They are thinking that eventually they would also like to have a microbiome test so they can actually look at your particular bacterial mix of your skin and then prescribe skincare based on that. And so I would be really interested in that, but that would have to be a test that you would send back to the laboratory. So they're currently doing a crowdfunding type of thing where they are hoping that people will invest small amounts of money in the company and then eventually be able to get stock ownership of it. So I think that that's interesting. I don't know if I believe in the company strongly enough to invest a lot of money in it myself, but I'm certainly very interested in where this is going. And I think I would be really interested in seeing some people who have sensitive skin try out these products for themselves and see if they work for them. So I should probably mention that of the skincare products that they don't use any fragrances in them, they don't use any ingredients that for the most part that EWG thinks are problematic at all. And so at least in the ones that I've tried so far. So I'm feeling really good about that. So I do have some optimism that other people with very sensitive skin would be able to tolerate these products as well. And I do think it's good that there's some additional options out there at our really much more moderate price points than a lot of the cleaner options that are on the market right now. So now let's talk about a couple of companies that I think of as being in a similar category. So these are both product companies that have products that consist primarily of natural ingredients. They're about at the same price point. They're sold at both Sephora and Credo is fairly premium but not exorbitantly priced. They both have a lot of scents in them, but generally speaking, they have not been irritating to my skin, which many products that are scented do. So if you enjoy a scent, this could be one to consider. And in both cases, they have a lot of actives in the products, and they're both so far independent. And I've done really well with just about everything from both of these companies. So the first one is Alpyn Beauty. So this was started by a woman who I guess is like an esthetician who worked for Dr. Dennis Gross for quite a while. And then she moved to a place called Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which is up in the mountains and gets very cold in the winter. And she said that what she found is that none of the products on the market were very helpful to her client's skin. And so she started thinking about the plants that grow in the mountain areas, and if by using some of the active ingredients in those plants, if that might be able to be helpful for people that have really stressed skin. So I don't know if that's really the case, that these particular ingredients can be helpful to skin, but I do think that my skin has reacted really well to many of these products, and that they haven't irritated my skin, and that in general, with very few exceptions, that I've done really well with them. So the first product that I'll talk about is the Plant Genius Line Filling Eye Balm, which is priced at $68. It has bakuchiol, caffeine, sodium hyaluronate, squalane. I really think that this is my favorite eye cream on the market at this point. So it seems to be fairly difficult for me to find eye creams that both have really clean ingredient lists and that don't irritate my face or my eyes, and that also have both bakuchiol in them, which is supposed to be good for addressing lines, and caffeine, which I have found to be extremely, almost important for me in terms of reducing the puffiness that I get around my eyes. So I tend to use this product at night. It is a little bit on the greasy side, and I use it, I've been using this one pretty much every day. The next product that I have here is the Wild Nettle and Niacinamide Firming Serum for $58. So this has squalane, sodium hyaluronate, lactic acid, willow, a couple of kinds of fermented ingredients in it. This is a product that I use, tend to be in rotation with other hyaluronic acid type serums. I think that it works fine in terms of moisturizing my face, whether or not all of these other ingredients in here, including some of the anti-aging ones, whether or not they actually have a big effect on my skin. I'm not sure beyond the hydrating ones, but I do think it's been a nice product for my skin, and sometimes I don't mind spending a little bit of extra money. So this is one of the things that I have in the rotation, and I'll probably continue to buy it from time to time, especially if I can get it at somewhat of a discount. So the next product is the Alpyn Beauty Willow and Sweet Agave Plumping Lip Mask, which is $28. I have not had a lot of experience in terms of lip masks working out for me when I have tried other ones, but this one has been pretty good. It tastes pretty good to me. It has a number of ingredients that I think are probably good for my lips, and it does have limonene and lemon peel oil in it, which I tend to be a little bit on the skeptical side about that, but they seem not to have been annoying to my lips at all either. So this is one thing that I have been using, and this one seems to be quite popular and to be getting good reviews. Now, a product that I just recently started using from this company is the Vitamin C and Bearberry Instant Glow Serum. This is $59 for this bottle. It contains a variety of serum type ingredients, including squalane, sodium hyaluronate, vitamin C, bakuchiol, glycolic acid, and lactic acid. So I feel that this serum actually has been really good for my skin, even when I put it directly on my skin, and I also often put it in kind of a cocktail where I just mix it with a moisturizer to kind of thin it down a little bit at night, and I think that that's worked pretty well for me also. So I think that the type of vitamin C that's included in this, and maybe it doesn't have really high levels of the glycolic acid, but in any case, it's been a lot better than I have found to be the case with many serums that are supposed to be exfoliating, and I think I will continue to use this at least until I finish this bottle. Okay, so the next product that I have here is the Alpyn Beauty Creamy Bubbling Cleanser with Vitamin C's and AHAs. This is $36. And this includes witch hazel. It has some fermented ingredients in it. It has some vitamin C, and then it has a few different AHAs in it. So this is another product that has a lot of ingredients that can be irritating to my skin, but I'm not leaving this on. I'm just putting it on my skin as a cleanser, and so that's my skin is getting a minimum of exposure to it. And I've been using this a couple of times a week, and I've almost finished the bottle, and I might consider buying it again. I think it's probably probably good for my skin to get a little bit of exposure to AHAs as long as it's not too much. And the things that Alpyn Beauty makes seem to be working pretty well for me with regard to that. Another product from Alpyn Beauty that's a little bit stronger in terms of having that same kind of effects is the Alpyn Beauty Wild Huckleberry 9-acid polishing peel mask for $56. This is just a tiny little size of it, so they also make a very large container. So this one has a couple of different fermented ingredients in it. It has AHAs in it. It has some physical exfoliants, little tiny specks of hard stuff that are helping to exfoliate, and it has some real vanilla in it. I feel like for me that this has been okay for me in terms of using it on my face occasionally. I think what they're suggesting is that you put it on your skin and kind of put it on like a mask and then leave it on for a few minutes and then wash it off. And I have done that on a number of occasions. Sometimes I will mix it with another product like a moisturizer and then wash it off, and other times I'll put it directly on my skin. And I don't feel like it's been really irritating. I think that this has been especially possibly useful in terms of being a hand scrub for me. So whether or not I would buy this product specifically as a hand scrub, I'm not sure, but I do think that when I've used it in the past, my skin does need a lot of exfoliating on my hands because I use a lot of hand creams that have like wax in them, and then it kind of turns into like this hard surface on my hands. So using exfoliators on my hands from time to time, especially in the winter months, seems to be really, really important. And of the products that I've tried, this one has been really good for that. And I don't think it's been bad for my face, and I think if I needed a lot of exfoliating of my face more than I actually seem to, that this would be a good product for that. And then their newest cleanser is the Alpyn Beauty Juneberry and Collagen Hydrating Cold Cream Cleanser. And this is $39. This one has a pretty strong scent to it, which comes from menthol and eucalyptus and kale and it also has kale and clay in it. And it has little bits of particles in it that provide a mild exfoliating action as well. I don't think this has been irritating my skin, which is a little bit surprising considering it has the menthol and the eucalyptus in it. I use it occasionally. See, I've used up a good chunk of this jar already. I'll probably continue to use this. Whether or not I'll buy it again, probably not, but I think that especially if you like a cleanser that has a kind of a refreshing smell to it, and you have skin that's a little bit sturdier than mine, this could be something to consider. The other thing I'm not crazy about is the fact that it comes in this jar that you have to open, so I might not use it for that reason. Now the next product that they make is a moisturizer called Melt Moisturizer with bakuchiol and squalane. So that is priced at $60. I had a small jar of that, and now I have a couple of little samples that I've been refreshing my memory with for making this video. The ingredient list for this is sodium hyaluronate, bakuchiol, squalane, glycolic acid, vitamin C, and it has, interestingly, a fruity scent that I find to be extremely attractive, and it smells really great to me. And I am not sure which of the ingredients that are included on the list are responsible for that. I feel like it might be one of the ingredients that's being wildcrafted by these people in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and that they may have made that into maybe a ferment. But it almost smells like fruity, grapefruit, cherries, something along those lines. But I really do like this scent. And when I have refreshed my memory with this product, I'm not finding it to be irritating to my skin at all, despite the fact that it has these potentially irritating ingredients in it. So I am going to at least use up these two little sample jars that I have, but I might actually buy some of this just because I like this smell so much and my skin seems to be reacting well to it. And then there's this additional product that is a moisturizer that I actually think has a smell that is maybe my favorite smell on the planet at this point. So this is the Alpyn Beauty Triple Vitamin C Brightening Bounce Cream Moisturizer. And this is $49. And I think that the smell is very similar to that of the regular moisturizer from this company, and it also has this pink color, except the pink color is brighter and the smell is stronger. This product does have a number of scent ingredients in it, including jasmine, which I really like in general, but I feel like the scent for this is very similar to that of the Melt Moisturizer, which is a little bit strange because they don't have that many common ingredients in them. So it's a little bit of a mystery, and I wrote to them and asked them what the scent was and what's giving it this pink color, and I haven't gotten an answer back yet. But in any case, I really like this as a fragrance. On the other hand, however, this product, in terms of using it on my face, I don't feel like this has been successful for me at all. It does seem to be irritating to my face when I use it, even when I mix it into another moisturizer. And it has a kind of a sticky feeling. So it's like if I put this on my hand, on my face, it's almost like, and I put my hands out like this, it's almost like my fingers like sort of stick to my face and I have to kind of pull them off. So I am not sure that that's something that I really think is the best thing for my face, but in terms of the scent, I think this has been really terrific. Now, it does have some potentially irritating ingredients in it, so I'm not that surprised that it might be irritating to my face. What I have been doing with this product so far is just using some of it on my arms, where I think it's not irritating at all. It seems to be delivering beneficial things to that area. I don't really mind that much if there's a little bit of stickiness there, and then I can enjoy the scent. Whether or not I would pay the $49 for another jar of this moisturizer just because I like this scent, I don't know. I'll use this up and then I'll see if I really need to buy another one. But I do think that there's merit to this, and it probably is the case that for some people that do not have skin that's as sensitive as mine, it might be fine on the face as well. And then Alpyn Beauty makes one more product that is called the Alpyn Beauty Pore Perfecting Liquid, which is $39. This is a new product, and I haven't tried it yet because it has salicylic acid in it, which my skin does not seem to do well with at all. But if your skin has pore issues and you do well with salicylic acid, then this could be something to consider because the rest of the ingredients look pretty good. And so I would certainly try that if it were me. So the next line that I want to talk about is Herbivore, and I think that this is similar, as I said, to Alpyn Beauty in a variety of respects. This line was started about 8-9 years ago by a naturopath who was living in Seattle and experiencing eczema issues. So she developed some products for herself, and then she started selling them on Etsy, and then the company became pretty successful so far. And so I've tried a number of these products so far, and I've had some success with all of them. They do have a really wide range of products at this point, so I haven't tried all of them. So the first product that I have here is the Herbivore Moonfruit 1% bakuchiol plus peptides retinol alternative serum. This is $62 for a large bottle of it. I kind of feel like bakuchiol, at least taking a leap of faith based on the small amount of literature that's out there, is probably a good thing in terms of addressing wrinkles and other signs of aging on my skin. I can't say for sure which products have been helpful to me that I have been using, but I've been using a wide variety of products over the past 2 years, and I do think that my skin quality has improved a lot. And so I'm kind of inclined to continue to use some kind of bakuchiol on my skin. And this one seems to be working fine for me. I haven't had any irritation with it. My skin seems to like this serum in general in terms of it being hydrating. So I feel like, I think I have another sample bottle of this, and I might buy another large bottle of it just because I think that of the options that are out there that will deliver bakuchiol to my skin on a regular basis, this one seems to be for sure one of the best and maybe the best. So I also have this eye cream, and this is called Herbivore Moon Dew 1% bakuchiol plus peptides retinol alternative eye cream for $48 for a large, regular sized jar of this. And it contains, in addition to the bakuchiol and the peptides, it says squalane, shea butter, vanilla. This does not include any caffeine, so that makes it less desirable for me, because I do want to make sure that I get some kind of caffeine on my eyes every day, because the experiments that I've done suggest to me that this is making a big difference, and that my eyes do get a lot of bags and sort of puffiness on them if I don't do that. But apart from that, I think that this has been a nice product. I'm not sure what the purple color is, because it doesn't have any food coloring in it, but I think this has been a nice product, and I will certainly finish off this little jar. It's almost gone now, and I might consider buying it again in the future, maybe. Herbivore also makes a product that is called Cloud Jelly Plumping Hydration Serum. This is $50 for, I think, a 1-ounce bottle. And this one has collagen, which basically is just serving as a good hydrator, similar to sodium hyaluronate. And snow mushrooms, which are supposed to have some beneficial experiences for the skin. I have not had any problems at all with this product. It is $50, so that's kind of expensive. So I am not sure if this is considerably better for my skin than something like the Honest serum that I use on a regular basis, and it is quite a bit more expensive, but I have not had any problems with this one at all. I also have used a cleanser from this company, which is called Herbivore Pink Cloud Rose Water plus Squalane Face Wash, which is $26. I think it's for a bigger jar than this, though. And it contains rose hydrosol, and so even though I'm not sure that my skin likes rose oil, I do think that I do fine with rose hydrosol, and this is something that I use just in general occasionally on my skin. Squalane, sodium hyaluronate, snow mushroom. I think that as cleansers go, this has been perfectly fine for me. I've experienced a lot of problems with cleansers, and especially ones, this one has just a little bit of a scent to it, and often I don't like cleansers that have scents to them, but this one seems to have been perfectly fine, so I might consider using this again, and if you like a scent and a cleanser, this would be one to consider. That Pink Cloud line also has a moisturizer, so it's called Herbivore Pink Cloud Soft Moisture Cream, which is $46. I got a small container of that. I used it up. I don't know what happened to that container, but in any case, I didn't have any problems with it. And then this one is the Phoenix Anti-Aging Face Oil, which is $88 for a larger bottle than this one. This contains jojoba oil, rosaconnine oil, orange oil, ubiquinone, meadow foam, and then it has some natural scents. It's supposed to be anti-aging. I haven't had any problems with this oil. See, I've used it almost all up, so that I definitely would not use this, at least on my face, if it were irritating to me. So I was happy about that. Herbivore makes a couple of other oils that I think might be appropriate for my skin as well. So I'm going to be trying those sometime soon. And they make a whole bunch of other products that are appropriate for various skin types. So if you have a skin type that's not like mine, then you might want to take a look at their whole line. The one warning that I do have that I noticed about this line is that they have a product called Moon Fruit in a mask version, and I've seen quite a few reviews that suggest that this product went moldy on them. So they're not using a lot of preservatives, and I think that maybe that can be problematic, particularly with some kinds of products, and maybe that one in particular has an issue. So hopefully they'll be addressing that in the future, but that's why I haven't tried that one. But I've had the rest of these products kind of sitting around my bathroom for quite a while, like in some of these cases for more than a year, and they seem to be perfectly fine, and I'm very attentive and aware when things have mold issues. So the next brand that I want to talk about is Rhode. So this is a line of products that was introduced by a model and celebrity named Hailey Bieber last year. Now she is the daughter of one of the Baldwin brothers, and she's married to the musician Justin Bieber. So she's pretty well known, and she launched this product line, And for a long time, like in the entire year, they would get apparently a small amount of products in, and then they would sell out within like 5 minutes on the website. And so I wasn't able to try this line until now. I think it's primarily targeting younger people, and it's a kind of a moderate type price point. I think that so far it's only sold on her website. So the Barrier Restore Cream is priced at $29, and it includes shea butter, sodium hyaluronate, niacinamide. I feel like this has been a nice, light, sort of non-irritating cream for me. It's not very heavy. I don't think it's enough moisture for me to use as a night cream or really in the winter very much at all. But I think that for the summer months, it's been a nice thing that it works fairly well under makeup. It hasn't irritated my skin at all. And so I've been reasonably happy with that. The serum is called the Peptide Glazing Fluid. It's $29, and for some reason this product has really been irritating to my skin. From the first time that I've used it, and I've tried it a bunch more times, and it doesn't seem to be working for me at all. So I'm not sure why that is, and I'm not sure from the ingredient list what the problem ingredient would be, but I am going to be sending that on to Ellen, so we'll see what she thinks of it. And then the last product is the Peptide Lip Treatment, and this is $18. The one that I have here is the unscented version, and I think that as lip treatments go, this has been pretty good for me. So I'll probably continue to use this on occasion and maybe finish up this whole tube. They also have scented versions that have flavor in them. One is salted caramel and one is watermelon, so I wouldn't be interested in trying those. And then their newest product is the Rhode Glazing Milk, which is priced at $29, and it says that it's supposed to boost barrier function, calm skin, and provide hydration. That one is just been out for a short period of time, and it is still on a waiting list, so at some point I will try to give that a try. The next line that I want to talk about is from Han Cosmetics. So this is HAN, and this is a line of cosmetics that I think are really my favorite makeup products in terms of being at a less expensive price point. So they sell through Amazon, and they sell through their own website, and they do sell through Credo. But in general, their products, especially if you consider the quality of the ingredients and how well they've performed for me, I think that they're priced much more reasonably than other products, primarily because they're not advertising a lot or promoting through big retailers like Sephora. But they are using very, very good ingredients. And I think that is the case for their two new skincare products as well. So the first one is the Hand Face Oil, which is $38. And this product has, in terms of the oils, it has jojoba oil, apricot kernel oil, plum kernel oil, no essential oils, no fragrances. I think that it smells really good and that it's been really good for my skin. And so as the oils go that I've been using sort of as my go-tos, this is one of the ones that I've been using most. And I think that I feel really good about continuing to use this one. They also make a serum, which is called the Hand Refining Serum for $28. So this has a squalane, prickly pear, AHAs, willow extract, plum seed oil. So even though it has the willow extract in it, I still think that it's been quite good for my skin. Usually I do mix it with some moisturizers to thin it out a little bit. But even if I use it on bare skin, I think it's been okay for my skin. I think that it's a nice balanced serum that contains a lot of different ingredients in it, all of them high quality, that may potentially for many people, not necessarily for me, but that for many people might replace quite a few other serums that they might be considering and give them a bunch of different things that might be beneficial to them. So next we have Rituel De Fille. Now this is one of my favorite companies in terms of their traditional makeup line. And they also have 3 skincare products, and I haven't done well with any of those. My skin has just been mildly annoyed by all 3 of them. So the first one is Thorn Oil, which is mostly marula oil and jojoba oil. So I was really optimistic about that because my skin does really, really well with both of those products. However, it also has rose oil in it, and I'm not sure that my skin is irritated by rose oil, but I'm not sure that it's, especially if you put enough of the rose oil in it, I think it could have an irritating effect. And then they have a variety of other ingredients in this product that are supposed to, I think what they do is they take a product that's otherwise would be kind of on the greasy side, and it kind of makes kind of a more hard finish on the skin. So I do like the way that this feels on my skin in terms of it working well as a primer for other kinds of products, but it does seem to have irritated my facial skin every time I've used it. It seems to have been better on my hands. And then the second product that they have here is the Thorn Milk Hydrating Skin Mist. So this one does not have rose oil in it, it just has a rose extract, but I'm not sure if that's that much different. I'm not exactly sure why this has been irritating to my skin, but a lot of people have been really liking it, but I have not found that to be a good product for me. And then the last one is called the Thorn Pulp Crunchy Oil Cleansing Balm, which is $32. This one has jojoba oil as the first ingredient, but it does have rose oil in it. Maybe that's why my skin doesn't like that. I wouldn't say that any of these has been in any way disastrous for my skin, but I also don't think that my skin likes them. So I'm going to pass all three of those on, and we'll see what Ellen thinks. So the next line of products that I want to talk about are Goop jeans products, which are from Gwyneth Paltrow's company, Goop. They are also sold in some other retailers, including on Credo and Sephora. Personally, I'm not opposed to Gwyneth Paltrow in general, and I think that in particular that she is a very good curator, and that pretty much all of the products from other companies that are at least in the makeup and skincare space that she sells on Goop are really good choices, and that I've had really good experiences with most of them. She also, however, creates these products under this line, which tend to be quite expensive. I think that considering what the ingredients look like, they tend to be very expensive. And I haven't really done all that well with any of them. So what we have here, the first one is an oil, which is called the Goopgenes All-in-One Super Nutrient Facial Oil, which is $98 for 1 ounce. The first ingredient in this is an oil from the berries of an evergreen shrub. So this is an ingredient that I haven't seen too much in other things. And then the second ingredient is gooseberry fruit extract, which I haven't seen in any other skincare either. So these are unusual ingredients. This has a very unusual smell. It has a little bit of the Indian spice type of a smell that I'm not sure that I like, but I don't find it to be really offensive. I haven't found this to be exactly irritating to my skin, but I do think it's a little bit odd. I gave a little sample of this to Ellen, and she actually seemed to kind of like it, so I'm going to send her the rest of this bottle. Now, the second product is the Goopgenes All-in-One Nourishing Facial Cream. This is $98 for a much larger jar than this. I think it's 1.7 ounces, something like that. I have found this cream to be slightly irritating for my skin. It has some ingredients in it that make me not surprised that my skin is irritated by it. And it certainly is very expensive. So I'm going to send this on to Ellen and see what she thinks of that. So the next product is the Goopgenes Microderm Instant Glow Exfoliator. So the price for this is $125 for a larger jar and $42 for a small jar. This has very, very small particles in it that I don't feel were too irritating to my skin when I used it as a physical exfoliator. And it also has some essential oils in it. I don't mind using this product. I think that the product from the Outset that I really do like very much, that one seems to work out much better for me. I also kind of like the Aveda exfoliator in terms of a physical exfoliator. But I don't think this was a bad product for me, and so I'm going to go ahead and pass that on. And then finally, I have a product called the Goopgenes All-in-One Nourishing Eye Cream, which was $55 for a tube of it. I think this is half an ounce, so this is the regular tube size, I think. This product was actually labeled as something that you should try not to get into your eyes because it might irritate your eyes. And my question about that is, why would they make an eye cream that you're not supposed to get into your eyes? Isn't that like pretty much an impossible goal? And this is not on the market anymore, I don't think, or at least I'm not seeing it. So next I want to talk about a brand called Fresh, and this is owned by LVMH, which is the Louis Vuitton associated holding company that is known for promoting various luxury products in terms of including many cosmetic and skincare brands, and which owns Sephora. So this brand Fresh, this is generally labeled as being clean at Sephora, even though almost all of their products contain unspecified fragrance. So I became a little bit interested in the skincare products from this company because I actually had pretty good success with a couple of their fragrance products. So there's two fragrances that they make that I actually like. One is called Fresh Life, and then the other one is called Rose Morning. And I cannot guarantee that these do not have any artificial fragrances in them because they don't reveal what they include. But I think that they may be either completely or almost completely free of synthetic fragrances. The people that founded Fresh went on to found a hotel and a fragrance line called The Maker. And when I asked them about their fragrances, they said that they were using almost solely non-synthetic fragrances, except that they were using synthetic fragrances because they weren't able to get musk ingredients that come from animals anymore. I don't think Sephora or LVMH wants to talk about ingredients at all. They don't want to tell you what the fragrances are. Everything is considered to be proprietary, and they don't want people to focus on that topic at all. But despite that, I decided that I would give some of these Fresh products a try because I thought that maybe when they listed fragrance that might be non-synthetic fragrance. But I do feel that that both of these products were somewhat irritating to my skin, so I definitely don't want to use those. The Floral Recovery Calming Mask is $69 and the Lotus Youth Preserve Moisturizer is $55. This Fresh Floral Recovery Calming Mask, this is actually the thing that they recommend to people that have sensitive skin, and they say that it's supposed to actually calm your skin. I didn't find that to be the case at all. I found it to be irritating for me. So I am not going to be buying any more skincare products from them. The one product that doesn't seem to have unspecified fragrance in it is their original cleanser, which was one of their most popular products, and it was one of the founding products. Okay, next we'll talk about Kosas. So Kosas is mostly a makeup company, but they also have a few products that are skincare or personal care that I have found to be okay. The first one is the Chemistry deodorant, which is $16. And this is based on hydroxy acids. So it doesn't keep you from sweating, but it prevents the bacteria or whatever from making a problematic smell. And I really have liked this very much. I have the unscented version, and I think that it's worked really well for me as a deodorant. It hasn't caused any irritation. I don't find the smell to be offensive at all. And I would buy this again. I think it's extremely similar to the deodorant that is sold by Necessaire, and I have a container of that I'm going to be using up after I finish this one. But I would buy this again for sure. The next one is the Good Body Skin Exfoliating Wash, which is a large bottle for $22. Again, this one has alpha hydroxy acids in it, so if you have issues like body acne or things that you think that would be an exfoliating product might be good for, then this could be one to try. This product has a bit of a scent in it. It's supposed to be a natural scent, but it's unspecified. I am not crazy about the smell of this, but I don't think it was irritating to my body. I even was able to use it on my hands, and I don't think it was irritating for that. I'm about done with this bottle, or I might just send the rest of this, what's left in this one, on to Ellen. I don't feel like I need to be using a body scrub like this. I seem to do better with just plain, simple bar soap, but I think that if you're looking for something like this, could be an okay product for you. And then Kosas Sport makes a line of lip balms, including some that are tinted and then some like this one, which is untinted, called the Lip Fuel Lip Balms. These are $18. This has a variety of decent ingredients in it, including a lot of sodium hyaluronate. I don't really like this product very much. I don't know that it was exactly irritating for my lips, but I don't feel like it was that great for my lips either. And I don't feel like I enjoyed the taste of it. And so I haven't been using that. I tried also using it as a cuticle cream. I think it worked a little bit better for me as a cuticle cream. But in general, I wouldn't buy this again. Some people seem to like it though. So going back to the fragrance issue again, someone on one of my previous videos asked if I would try out the Stella McCartney line of skincare, so I'm game for that. I was surprised that these products include synthetic fragrance. And that they say that it's a small amount of synthetic fragrance and that it's supposed to be a clean, particularly clean type of synthetic fragrance. I was still a little surprised, and then I read an article by Stella McCartney saying that she had originally hoped not to use any synthetic fragrance, but that she was convinced by people that they needed to put the fragrance in there and that people would find the smell of the products to be objectionable otherwise. So I'm like, okay. So I spent $50 to get this little set of 3 sample size versions of this product. So the products that I tried in terms of their prices, if you buy them the full size, there's a Stella McCartney Reset Cleanser for $60, the Stella McCartney Restore Cream for $105, and the Stella McCartney Ultra Care Serum for $140. So I tried all 3 of these products. My skin reacted badly to all of them. I found the smell for all 3 of them to be offensive. In any case, I'm done. I'm not going to buy anything else that has any unspecified fragrance or synthetic fragrance in it because my skin doesn't like that stuff and I don't like the smell of it and I don't see any reason to continue. So Ursa Major is a company that's from Vermont. Their products are sold at Credo and at other natural type retailers. One of their most popular products is the Ursa Major Golden Hour Recovery Cream, which is like a night cream, which is $52. This one does have some essential oils in it and some other various fragrances in it. I have this little container. I finished this off. I thought that it was okay as a night cream for me. I don't think I would buy it again, but as scented products go, I think this is one of the better ones I've tried. So if you like a scented night cream, this could definitely be one to try out. The other product from them that I have tried is the Ursa Major Stella Shave Cream for $26. This one also has a lot of essential oils in it, but I have found it to be fine in terms of shaving my legs, and I don't find that it's been irritating at all, and it's made a nice lather, so I think it's been pleasant for me to use, and certainly a lot better than most of the shaving creams that I've found. I haven't tried the Dr. Bronner's shaving soap yet, so I do want to try that one, but I like this one. I wouldn't. It's kind of expensive, but I wouldn't mind continuing to use that if I can't find anything else. So Bare Minerals is a line that is one of the first products that I tried when I decided to start exploring skincare products and makeup products. And I've tried quite a few products from them. There aren't that many that I would ever buy again, hardly any. But this one, this Bare Minerals Skin Longevity Long Life Herb Serum, which is $65, I think for this size bottle. I like this quite a lot. It has a few fermented ingredients in it, which makes me think that this is why my skin seems to like it. It also has something called Long Life Herb, which is supposed to be good for aging type issues. And I go through a bottle of this every couple months, and I think I probably will continue to do that in the future. I'm kind of surprised that my skin likes it so much, but I think it's probably the fermented ingredients are why. These are a couple of lip products from Bare Minerals. So there's the Bare Minerals Ageless Phytoretinol Lip Treatment, which is like a lip chapstick type thing. And there's the Bare Minerals Phytoretinol Lip Mask for $32. I got these for a really good deal in a set, and I don't think that my skin reacted very well to either of them. I feel like they've been just irritating or annoying in general. There's a lot of ingredients that could be problematic, but I am suspecting the non-organic cottonseed oil that's in both of them probably is not good for my skin due to contamination with agricultural chemicals, including glyphosate. So I'm going to be disposing of those now. And then this is a product that my dog chewed up. He didn't manage to actually get the container open, but that's why it looks so chewed up, and so then I gave it a try. This is called the Bare Minerals Pure Plush Gentle Deep Cleansing Foam for $23. I don't feel that this has been irritating to my skin at all, but I think that it is way too deep cleansing for me in terms of removing all the oil from my skin. I don't think that's good for my own skin at all, but I think that I will send this along to Ellen. I don't know if she'll be able to use it or not, but her skin is at least not as dry as mine, so maybe she can give it a try. So here are a couple more cleansers that have not worked for me either. These are from a brand called Evanhealy. So there's Brightening Cleanser, which would be $38 for a full-size jar, and the Purifying Face Wash, which would also be $38 for a full-size jar. So these have natural fragrances in them. I feel like these are both irritating to me, but whether or not that was due to the fragrances or to some other ingredient or just to the fact that these are not really appropriate for me and that they would be more appropriate for someone with skin that's not as delicate and not as dry as mine, I'm not sure. I'm not prepared to totally give up on the entire brand of Evanhealy. I have heard that they have a squalane oil that might be worth trying, so I might give that one a try fairly soon. Now, the next two products are face creams that are from a company called Mineral Fusion. So I run into this a lot when I go to natural grocers or to other health food co-op type places. They tend to have a lot of distribution in those places. I think that my feeling about Mineral Fusion is that I've tried a lot of makeup products and I've tried a lot of skincare products from them. I haven't found any of them to be total failures in terms of not being able to use them at all. But they also, I have not found any products from that company that I have really wanted to use. They all have felt like they were kind of borderline in terms of things that I would prefer to just not bother with. And that was the case for these two. So the Intense Hydration Face Cream, that one has natural fragrance listed on the ingredients list. That one is $25, so that's not a real expensive product for something this size, but I just didn't find it to be very good for my skin. The Nighttime Recovery Face Cream, this one does not have any fragrance in it, but it does have sunflower oil and avocado oil. And I felt like when I first got it that I could use it, but wasn't really inclined to use it. And then fairly soon, within a few months, it went rancid. And I had gotten this directly from the company. And so it's not like it was sitting in the distribution channel for a long time. This is $25 again. And so in general, I think that neither of those are ones that I feel particularly good about. So now Glossier. So Glossier has a product that historically was very popular for them, which is called Balm.com. And they reformulated that a couple of months ago. They took out the lanolin and they took out the beeswax to make it vegan, but they also took out the petrolatum, which I find to be kind of an objectionable product myself. It certainly does a good job of hydrating the skin and serving as an occlusive barrier, but I don't think that it tastes very good to me, and so I only will use that if I'm desperate. So I was not too fond of Balm.com myself, even though I know a lot of people were crazy about it. And now Glossier has this new product that is the replacement that is all vegan and it doesn't have any petrolatum in it. And even though I believe it's the case that this product doesn't serve the same function as the old version with the petrolatum and the lanolin in it, I really like it. I think it's a very nice product. It feels really good on my lips. I think that it does almost as good of a job as something with petrolatum in it in terms of keeping my lips hydrated. If it were just me, I would be happy they changed it. And the other product from Glossier is that I've worked on this month and finished off is this Glossier Super Bounce serum, which is just a hydrating serum. It's $29. It's exactly the same price as the Honest Hydrating Serum that I use on a regular basis. And I think that this product is, I probably don't like it as much as the Honest Serum or as much as some of the other serums that I've used. But I did use up the whole bottle. I doubt I'll buy it again, but it at least is acceptable from them, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Jones Rhode. Jones Rhode has a habit, it seems, of putting really large amounts of various preservatives in all of their products. And my feeling is that probably the reason for that is because Bobbi Brown started this company with her own money. And so she didn't want all the products going bad in the warehouse, and she wasn't sure how fast they would sell. So she kind of went overboard in putting a variety of acceptable products from Credo standards or from clean beauty standards, quote unquote, in all of these products. So a lot of her products are ones that are just problematic for my skin because they either contain rose geranium oil or because they contain really large amounts of other types of essential oils or preservatives. However, there are two skincare products that she has that have been quite successful for me. So the first one is Miracle Cream, which is, let's see, this one is $38, and it consists mostly of hydrogenated vegetable oil as the #1 ingredient. And I feel like for the winter months when my skin is really, really dry, this stuff penetrates my skin like nothing else, to the point where when I wake up in the morning, I feel like, oh, I don't have dry skin anymore, even when I wash my face. And so I think that this works really, really well. And I will be buying another jar of this, I'm sure, next winter. It does have some essential oils in it and other natural processed fragrances, but I feel like it's been fine for my skin. I don't feel like it's been irritating. And then the second product that I have enjoyed is the Jones Rhode Eye Cream. This is $34 for this small jar. I think this is a very nice light eye cream. It doesn't have caffeine in it. It doesn't have bakuchiol in it. It doesn't really have any other eye active ingredients that I think are good for my eye area. But I do think it's a very nice, light, easygoing eye cream. I can use just a little bit, and it provides a very nice base for putting on the Jones Rhode face pencils or other kinds of drier stick type concealers that I might use in my eye area. So I have used up a jar of this. I have another jar that I got in a kit, and I will use that up as well. So I tend to use this more as a day cream when I'm planning to put on those face pencils, and then I use the Alpyn Beauty or another eye cream or sometimes multiple eye creams at once in the evening time. I use up a bottle of this Honest Stay Hydrated Serum, which is a hyaluronic acid serum, about every month or so, and this is $30. I use some kind of serum like this every morning and every evening, and this is the one that I go to the most. I think it's been very clean for me. It does contain ingredients that are made from bioengineered microbes that are fermenting other things into the sodium hyaluronate. So I don't seem to be having a problem with that at all. It feels really good on my skin. I haven't found it to be irritating. I feel good about using it. So that makes me feel like that method is probably okay, but I can't guarantee that. And I do like this product a lot though. So the next product is the Honest Hydrogel Cream, which is $20 for this jar. It doesn't have oil in it. It's mostly bioengineered squalane created from sugarcane. And I think that this is actually a very nice product for my skin. It doesn't seem to have anything in it that's irritating at all. I've had this jar for more than a year. It hasn't gone bad. It feels good on my skin. I have mostly used this as a primer. When I put it on my skin, it kind of has a tacky type feeling to it that I think works really well under makeup. And my skin does seem to like the ingredients in it. So I will probably buy this again. I have a few small jars of this, and I'll probably continue to use it on occasion. This is the Honest Magic Balm, and I have mostly used this as a cuticle cream. And I think that as cuticle creams go, this one has worked really well for me. It hasn't been irritating, and I think that it's done a nice job of allowing me to put something on my cuticles that are a little bit good for them and keep them from cracking in the winter without making my hands so greasy that I can't go back to work on my computer. So that's the main reason I use this. It has sunflower seed oil as the main ingredient in this, and I think that after I had had it sitting around for maybe a little less than a year, it started to smell rancid to me, so there's a little bit left in here, and I think it's time for it to go. But I might consider this one again. It wasn't bad. And then this is the Vitamin C Radiant Serum. This costs $30. It's been a little frustrating for me, in large part because I'm not sure how much is left in here. So you can't open this at all. There's no way to get this open. It's totally sealed, which I guess is supposed to protect the vitamin C in it. But I have no idea how much is left. And I don't have any strong sense that this has really done anything in particular for my skin. So while I feel pretty good about using that Alpyn Beauty Vitamin C Serum, I feel like this one has pretty much been a wash in terms of how I feel. My skin seems to be reacting to it. So I think, I don't know how much is left in here, but I'm just going to go ahead and pass this on and focus more on the Alpyn Beauty one, which I seem to be really liking. So the next line of products is from the Outset, and this is Scarlett Johansson's brand, and the idea with this brand is that it is gentle enough to bring the face back into balance if you use products on it that mess it up, and I find that to be a very accurate statement of what the product line has done for me. And so in a lot of cases I view these products as sort of my go-tos, so I use a lot of other products because I'm trying them out or trying to use them up, but I do use a number of the products from the Outset on a regular basis and have used up a few of them since the last time I talked about them. So the Outset Nourishing Squalane Daily Moisturizer is a product that I consider to be my main day moisturizer that I use. It is $44. I haven't found this to be irritating at all, so I will continue to use that one. They also make a collagen serum that is basically like a hyaluronic acid type serum, which provides hydration to the skin. This is $46, so it's a lot more expensive than the Honest serum, but I think that it has worked well for me. So I have some more of this, and I will continue to use this in the future. Since it has been summer, I've been experimenting with the Outset Gentle Micellar antioxidant cleanser. I feel like this is more appropriate for me during the summer months when my skin is not quite so dry. In the winter months I tend to use more of a cream cleanser, but I think this has been fine for me. It does leave a tiny little bit of a sticky film on my face, but I'm always putting on moisturizer over that anyway, so that has not mattered at all, and I think it's done a nice job of cleansing my face. I don't think it really removes a lot of makeup. If I'm wearing very much of it, I need to move to one of my makeup removers if I'm going to do that. But overall, as just a general cleansing product without any fragrance or anything like that in it, I've liked this. And then this product from the Outset is a night cream that is $54. So I was a little bit concerned because one of the ingredients in this is associated with having Teflon in it, but the company told me that it was just a very small amount that was part of one of the other products that they were using in it that's a anti-aging compound, and that it was such a small amount that it wouldn't be required for them to put it on the ingredient list at all. I don't feel like this has been problematic for me, so I guess I'm not going to worry about that Teflon issue. I think it's been okay for my face. I don't feel like it's the best night cream that I have used for either summer or winter use, but I think it's been okay. In a few of the interviews that I saw, Scarlett Johansson actually said that she thought that this made a really good hand cream, and I think she's absolutely right with regard to that. That's what I ended up using a good bit of the bottle for is a hand cream, and I think it's the best hand cream that I have. I don't know that I would buy it again at this price just for use as a hand cream, but I only needed to use a little bit of it, and I think it worked very, very well for that. So I do like it for that reason. Okay, in terms of some of the other default products that I have been using over the past couple of months, the first one is the Lisa Eldridge Skin Enhancing Treatment Cleanser, which is $49. I did a whole video on this product because I like it so much. I think it is really miraculous in terms of how easily it takes off my makeup, even the makeup that I have previously had a very, very difficult time getting off. It has really all natural ingredients in it, very high quality, good enough to serve as a moisturizing mask itself. And I am just so impressed by this product. This may be one of the most impressive products that I have used of all time. So I do intend to continue to use this. I am alternating it with other things just to use them up, but I really, really do like it. This is the Aveda Botanical Kinetics All Sensitive Cleanser, which is $39. I think that I have not really found very many products at all in the skincare realm from Aveda that I have liked at all, with this being one of the very, very few exceptions. It's unscented. I think that it's expensive, but it's also a large size bottle of 5 ounces. I think it's been totally non-irritating to my face. It is kind of on the rich side, so if you have skin that's not as dry as mine, it might not be appropriate for you. I think I like the Mad Hippie Cream Cleanser a little bit better, so I'll probably go back to that after I finish off this jar. But I'm not sorry I bought this one, and I've been getting some good use out of it. And now that it's been summer, this is the night cream that I have been using frequently. This is the Beautycounter Counter Match Recovery Sleeping Cream, $62. This is an unscented night cream designed for sensitive skin. It has shea butter, plum kernel oil, squalene, sodium hyaluronate. It smells a little bit like almonds from the plum kernel oil, I think. This has a pump where you just press down on this and the product comes out the top. And whoops, I have read that the pump is a little bit finicky, but I have not had a problem with it except for this little squirt right then, which went way up in the air. And I like this a lot. So of the Beautycounter products that I have tried, this is one that I might buy again. So now are just a few products that I have used up, so I'll let you know what I think of those real fast. The first one is from Chanel, and this is the #1 de Chanel Crème Yeux Revitalisante. This is an eye cream. It is $80. It's from the #1 de Chanel line, which is a little bit more less expensive than some of the other Chanel products. It's one of the few Chanel products that I have found that doesn't have fragrance in it. I have used up the entire bottle, so I think that it has been okay for me. Whether or not it did anything special for my eyes that made it worth $80, I don't know. It doesn't have either bakuchiol or caffeine in it, and I don't think I'll buy it again because I'm not convinced that it's worth it, but I didn't have a bad experience with it either, and I kind of wanted to try Chanel just to try it. This is a small tube of the Grown Alchemist Regenerating Night Cream, which is $130, but I got a small sample of this as part of some kind of a set, so I gave this a try. It has some fragrance type ingredients in it, natural fragrance, but I did not find it to be irritating to my skin at all as night creams with fragrance go. This is one of the best ones that I have found. I don't know that it's worth $130. I think I will probably buy something else instead of this one, but I wouldn't mind using it again. My skin seems to have done fine with it. This is the Evanhealy Sandalwood Serenity Serum, which is $37 for a much larger container than this one. This has sandalwood oil, argan oil, jojoba oil, and then also sandalwood essential oil and vanilla in it. So most of the Evanhealy products don't work very well for me. They tend to include rose geranium oil or other essential oils that my skin doesn't like. But this one was pretty good. I seem to do fine with sandalwood oil. And I bought a somewhat larger container of this to try more. I found it to be very nice. In terms of bar soap, I purchased a variety of soaps from Canary Whiskers, which is a brand of soap that is targeting, in large part, chemically sensitive people, and I think this is fine. I think that personally I like for a body soap things that have essential oils in them and that have a little bit of a scent, but this was very nice, and I will use up the other products that I bought. This is from Credo, and this is called the Evolve Multipeptide 380 Anti-Aging Cream. It's from the UK. It is $28, I think, for a jar like this one, or maybe a larger jar. I did not like the scent of this product. I didn't feel that my skin reacted really negatively to it, but I don't feel like it was very good for my skin. I did use this up over the course of a few days as like a body lotion, but I really didn't like the scent of it even for that. I think I have a couple more products from Evolve that I bought as a part of a set, but I kind of doubt that I'm going to be using any of those just because I'm not that crazy about this line. For toothpaste, I have been using for several years the Dr. Bronner's All-One toothpaste in various flavors for $7. This has a really simple ingredient list. It seems to work well for me. I've found that toothpaste, even ones that are supposed to be natural, can have a lot of problematic ingredients in them, including SLS, or in some cases even triclosan, that makes them foam more. And so those can be really damaging to the microbiome, both of the mouth, and then if you get any of the toothpaste outside of the mouth, it can be damaging and cause skin irritation around the mouth. So you have to kind of be careful with regard to toothpaste. Unfortunately, I haven't found any that have fluoride in them that I think have been okay in terms of the ingredient list looking okay or trying them out. I don't especially want to use fluoride toothpaste myself, but some people do. So if there's one that you have really liked that does have fluoride in it, then I'd be especially interested in knowing that. And then this is one of the most popular products that's sold by Credo, and this is the One Love Organics Botanical Bee Enzyme Cleansing Oil for $42 for this jar. And it has a natural fragrance and papaya extract in it. And I think it has papaya enzymes in it. It smells to me like pineapple, but maybe it's just the papaya. I found that it was a little slightly maybe irritating to my skin. It did a pretty good job removing the makeup from my skin. What I mostly have used this for is to remove samples of lipstick and other makeup from my hands after I have swatched them to show the people on the camera. So that has worked really, really well for me. It has this little pump here. I like the smell of it. And I don't mind using it, but now that I've found the Lisa Eldridge cleanser, I like that much, much more. I do think I have another bottle of this that somehow I got for free or at a really good price, and so I will probably try to use that up, but I don't think I would buy it again because now I really like the pharmacy cleansing balms and that Lisa Eldridge one much, much more. Now the big skincare disappointment that I had this month was the Skin Activating Serum from Westman Atelier. So this product actually cost $150, but I got it on sale on the Sephora sale, and I thought that I would give it a try. I used it a couple of times at the beginning. I thought it was okay. I mentioned it in the Westman Atelier video that I did. But as I've used it a few more times, I realized that my skin is actually irritated by it and that the irritation is getting worse over time. So I think I can still take it back to Sephora. And I do think I should probably do that because $150 for something I can't use at all is a problem. I'm surprised because I've done really, really well with all the Westman Atelier makeup. I looked at the ingredient list for this. I feel like, in general, the ingredient list looks pretty good. The only thing that I'm really wondering about is that there's brown algae listed in here, and I think that conceivably brown algae could be contaminated with cyanotoxin, and that even if it's being harvested in a purposefully, that you can still get cyanotoxin contamination, and there's no way to test for that. Beekman 1802 Pure Goat Milk Cuticle Cream. This little jar was $12. I found that the more that I used this, the worse that my hands got. They really turned into kind of a mess, so I do think this was quite irritating. I'm not sure why it is, but even though a lot of these Beekman Pure products, they all have ingredients that look like they should be okay, none of them have really worked for me. and I'm not sure why that is. It has soybean oil in it, so maybe it could be the soybean oil. It's non-organic soybean oil. Bybi Milk Melt Vegan Oat Milk Cleanser for $17. I found this to be a little bit irritating. I wonder if the reason is because it includes oat milk, and that if oats are not organic, then they are very likely to have been sprayed with glyphosate as a pre-harvest desiccant and to include a high level of contamination of the glyphosate. So that could be in this product. So that maybe that's why I'm reacting badly to it. So I'm not going to be using that anymore. Ilia Lip Wrap, I have a little sample of this. The full-size jar is $26. A fair number of people seem to like this. I did not feel good about putting it on. I don't think it was very good for my lips at all. It has a number of natural fragrance type ingredients plus unspecified flavor and aroma. So I don't think this is a good product for me. I do like both the Alpyn Beauty and the Rhode products, so I would recommend those over this one personally. And this is Medicine Mama's Sweet Bee Magic Wand, which is a chapstick type product for $18. You know, I purchased some kind of cream from this company at one point in the past, and I thought it was fine. This one seems to have been rancid from the moment that I got it, even though it was sent from the company. It does include avocado oil in it, which goes rancid particularly easily. So I think that, you know, there's some products that I have liked, like the Dr. Bronner's lip balms that have some avocado oil in them, and I think that they maybe have better inventory management. This company, I just feel like it must have been sitting around the warehouse for a long time, because I didn't feel good about that at all. And in my last skincare video, I talked about how I had not found any products from companies like CeraVe or Vanicream or Cetaphil that I had found to be acceptable at all. I just thought I would show you this product, which is the CeraVe Makeup Removing Cleanser Cloths, which I happen to have found run into again. And what I realized is that almost as soon as I bought this product, it like ballooned up like this. And what I think, and you can tell me if you think I'm wrong, I think that that's because there's some kind of microbial contamination in there, and that they are kind of expanding in the package. So I've tried out a number of different makeup removing cleanser cloths from other companies. I haven't had that problem, but I don't quite know why this is happening with this product, but I find this kind of scary. So one more strike against this CeraVe company if you weren't convinced already. So thank you very much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If there are any of the products that I have brought up that you've had good experiences or bad experiences with, then please let me know about that in the comments so that we can all learn from one another. In addition, if there are other products that you have had really good experiences with or bad ones, then please let me know about those in the comments as well. And if there are any products that you would like for me to try that do qualify in terms of meeting the ingredient lists that I am trying to, that are acceptable to me, then please let me know about those as well, and I will see what I can do in terms of picking them up. So thank you very much for watching today, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will go ahead and do that. And Coco and I love you very much. Goodbye.